we have episode 101 of the AstoundCast. And as Roxanne just said, yeah, let's hope that this one goes better than episode 100.
I mean, we had so many conditions and stuff that happening to the point
It
where
was just,
I've now moved to a different desk in case it was me, so I'm closer to the Wi-Fi box here.
well, it seems to be working. But yeah, we had a load of stuff just go wrong that day.
And then everything went wrong ever since.
Yeah, the universe was not on our side.
When has the universe been on our side?
Good point. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I can't argue with that in the slightest.
Yeah.
Anyway, how has your week been?
No. Just no.
Understandable. Yeah, that's fair.
I guess for context, stuff hasn't been going too well for me, and everything finally got resolved Friday from what ended up happening. It wasn't a bad thing. It was ongoing bad. It was just something in my personal life that was continuing that finally got sorted Friday.
Yeah.
No, that's the simplest answer I can give you.
Honestly, that is so understandable because same.
What's going on with you? If you can share more details than what I can.
Johns. That's the gist of the situation. Johns. It has not been nice to me this week.
Oh dear.
Honestly, I think the worst of it was probably yesterday and today. Although for the moment, I am okay, so I'm going to get through as much of this as I can. And even if it does pipe up, it can pipe off.
Well, I'm hoping for you, because otherwise you're going to get knocked down, and that's the last thing we want, because you don't deserve that.
Yeah, so the shunt hasn't been too good to me this week, although, at this point, that's just kind of par for the course, as sad as it sounds. So yeah, that's kind of been the gist of my week. Yeah, that's... Oh, and I also, as I said in the Astcar news, went to watch the Marvels on Friday, just after I finished Loki.
How is the Marvel without giving any major spoilers?
Really, really good.
Ooh.
You know what? I've got to be honest. This, I'd say it's been the best MCU film for a while. Definitely. I would say that Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel made an amazing trio together.
Oh damn, okay.
Because what I did like is that this film started exactly where Miss Marvel left off.
Right.
With Captain Marvel well, actually, no, it started a bit before that, but it did show the scene that was the final scene of Miss Marvel, of Kamala swapping places with Captain Marvel and having Captain Marvel kind of smash through Kamala's wardrobe door.
Right.
And I do mean, she destroyed it.
That sounds pretty action-packed, must admit.
And that was just in the first 10 minutes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, as I said, there is a massive spoiler. Very quickly. I was right. So yeah, if you don't want spoilers, avoid the internet for the next until you watch it.
For the next 5 years.
Yeah, until you watch the film, just avoid the internet because it is everywhere. Like, I've seen it pop up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and of course TikTok.
if the big things end up getting big, that's when stuff starts getting spread.
Yeah. Honestly, it was a really good film. I would recommend watching it, although I will admit it was on the shorter side.
Oh, really? I'm sure.
An hour and 45.
Nah, that feels too short for a Marvel film.
Yeah, for an MCU film, that is actually really short.
Okay.
Like, obviously, that is almost half the time of Avengers Endgame. But honestly, it doesn't feel too short. Like, it handled the time that it had very well.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel too dragged out either. Because it could have, I mean, in spite of the short time, it could have felt like it was could have been an even shorter film. It did feel just right on the pacing front.
Always good.
But yeah, very good film. Would definitely recommend checking out if you are still into the MCU. I know a lot of people have dropped off in the last couple of years due to the perceived drop in quality, I guess you could say.
Which makes sense because if they've already had such high quality in the past, then people who are definitely big fans of them seeing that sort of small drop or that big drop, it would
Hmm,
make sense to fall off the wagon again.
yeah. But my counter argument to that is this is kind of like a bit of a reset for the MCU. This is like we're now basically back to the Iron Man days, and we're now starting to very slowly build back up to the next Endgame level villain. So I think what's happened is it's not so much a drop in quality, but more of a drop in, I guess you could say, scope. Like, after Endgame, the universe has kind of shrunk down again, ready to be expanded again, ready for the next big film like Endgame was. Well, that's just my thoughts on that anyway.
Oh yeah.
Um, anyway, now that that's my week over and done with, let's move on to this week's incredibly short motorsports section. And I mean fantastically short. It's obviously there's been no F1 race today, with Las Vegas being next weekend. Um, but we have had a couple of things happen this week in the motorsport world, namely the fact the NASCAR Cup Series champion has been crowned. So big congrats to Ryan Blaney on winning that for the first time, which is obviously a very big deal for him. So big congrats to Ford for winning yet another NASCAR Cup Series championship. Obviously not the constructors championship, but I believe that Ford have, well, this specific car has gone 2-0 because Ford are actually changing their car next year.
All right.
Yeah, they're changing from the standard Ford Mustang to what they're calling the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. And I have to say, I love it. It looks so cool.
Ooh.
I really do like it. So I can't wait to see that out on track next year. Should I figure out a way to watch NASCAR, that is, because I'm still working on that.
Well, you'll find out eventually.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And as for F1, because there is a little bit of F1 news, as I said in my F1 news update, the Las Vegas pit building is now ready. So thank goodness for that. But sticking with the American theme, Haas's right to review of the US Grand Prix has been rejected.
Being rejected.
Yeah, I'm assuming what happened was the stewards had a very, very quick look at the track supposed track limits violations that weren't counted, but then decided they were still valid, so the right to review was just rejected.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting thing.
Yeah, so I can't imagine that Haas are particularly happy about that.
I don't think they're thoroughly impressed there.
No, because if that had gone through and some cars had lap times deleted, they could have potentially gone a bit further up the order at the end of the race.
Well, these things happen, so not much
Yeah.
now.
And also something that has just popped into my head, but has very quickly gone away again. God damn it. No!
Not the goldfish.
What was it?
It was something.
Yes, it was. It was.
Very helpful.
But it is gone. Ah!
Go to Lost and Found. There.
Oh man, no, I had it in my head like less than 10 seconds ago, and then poof, gone.
Does your brain not have a Lost and Found?
No. It just has a lost.
It's a Lost and Lost.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? Ah,
Yeah, come on.
God damn it. No.
Come on, Cam, you can do it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Was it in regard to Las Vegas? Got it! Haha! Right. With the seemingly imminent arrival of Andretti Motorsport into F1 with General Motors Cadillac supplying their engines, well, the F1 teams aren't particularly happy about that being an 11th team. So F1 has asked Cadillac if they wanted to join F1, but not with Andretti, but with a pre-existing team.
Ooh.
And General Motors said, absolutely not.
Oh, my.
If we're not joining with Andretti, we're not joining.
Well, they're sticking their ground at least.
Yeah. And personally, I don't like the fact that the F1 teams have a say on if another team enters F1.
Ooh.
I'm not a fan of that.
No.
Let's face it, the Premier League teams don't decide who gets promoted to the Premier League, do they?
Very true, although if they could, then that would feel very much like a bad idea.
Yeah, and that's kind of what F1's done. Like, I don't know how much of a say the teams have in it, but the teams do have a say in it, and I don't think that's right, really.
That's not fair.
No, not really, because I'm not being funny. In terms of the teams, F1 has stagnated pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like, we have had these exact same 10 teams since 2016.
So, a decent while.
Yeah, and to put that into perspective, we have had 2 regulation changes since then. Firstly, in 2017, when I suppose you could call them wide body F1 cars were introduced that took us all the way up to 2021.
Yeah.
And then we saw the introduction of these new cars, which we've now seen for the last 2 seasons. So that's how long it's been since F1 has had a team change. A couple of teams have changed names in the years since, but that's still the same organization, just with a different name. So, like, Aston Martin is still the old Force India team, just with a different name, and Alfa Romeo is still just Sauber with a different name. So, really, it's been the exact same 10 teams since 2016.
And then having an 11th one, just shaking it all up.
Yeah, the reason for this is, it would seem, is for the purposes of prize money.
Prize money.
Yeah, because instead of it being split 10 ways as it currently is, it would then be split 11 ways.
So they get less of a share.
Exactamundo. Yeah. So there are two solutions to this. One, don't let this 11th team in, which would suck. I would hate for there to not be another team in F1 because there's so few seats available as it is. Like, there are loads of drivers not getting into F1 because there's nowhere available.
Yeah.
And I think, well, obviously, an 11th team would help with that even a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, there have been a couple of teams that have come out in support of Andretti, namely McLaren via their American CEO, Zach Brown.
Oh, wow.
And of course, with Andretti being an American team and Cadillac being an American car company, why wouldn't he?
Yeah, home team. Yeah.
Yep. Which we do already technically have an American team in Haas. However, they're literally split 3 ways in terms of where they're based.
Yeah.
They have a base in Charlotte in America, which focuses on their NASCAR operations and part of the F1. They also have a base in England, and they also share Ferrari's factory in Maranello.
Right.
The Haas are technically an American team, but there's very little American about them. However, with Andretti, if they were to come in, the likelihood is it would be America all the way.
You would see eagles just flying over that amount of American.
Oh yeah, you would hear eagles screeching for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And they've said they also want, if they can, an all-American driver lineup.
Oh God.
Which to me translates to Colton Herta of IndyCar is definitely coming into F1.
Yeah.
Because as luck would have it, Colton Herta drives for Andretti in IndyCar. And even Red Bull last year were going to try to get him in with AlphaTauri,
Yeah.
but he didn't have enough super license points.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned the whole super license debacle before. Yeah, but he wasn't able to get in due to only just not having enough.
Right.
However, Andretti do want to try and change that and get them into their team for the 2026 season, which is presumably when Andretti are going to join F1.
Okay. That would make sense timeline-wise if they're going to start like adding people in.
Yeah. And as it's, again, another new regulation cycle in 2026, perfect time for new teams to join.
True.
And actually, since the last AstoundCast, a very interesting rumour has popped up.
Oh my, what's the rumour?
McLaren, Toyota.
Oh.
Yeah. Also for 2026, apparently. So that would make them the second team currently using Mercedes engines to jump ship from Mercedes.
Damn, okay.
Because Aston Martin confirmed a while ago that they were going to Honda in 2026. And this McLaren Toyota rumour would again signal the fact that there are only 2 Mercedes powered teams left on the grid in 2026, Williams and Mercedes themselves, and would also herald the return of Honda for the first time in, I think at that point, probably over 15 years.
more history's being made, I guess.
Yeah, like, I know Toyota left either end of the 2000s or the very start of the 2010s.
Right.
So Toyota's been gone for quite a while. Has this rumor been confirmed in any way, shape, or form? Absolutely not. But I think it'd be very interesting to see Toyota back in F1, but strangely only as an engine supplier this time, because last time that was a full-fledged Toyota team.
Oh, right.
But they obviously jumped ship again, either end of the 2000s or the early 2010s. I don't remember right now. But it's been a while regardless.
Sounds it.
And by 2026, it will have been even longer. But I'm mainly curious as to what these new cars are going to look like, because much like the 2022 cars, it's going to be a complete overhaul.
Well, at least I know you're going to be doing videos on that when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a lot of F1 stuff that I didn't really think I'd be able to come out with today, because I'd kind of forgotten how long it had been since the last AstoundCast.
Unfortunately, we ended up like crashing quite a few times during that one, so we haven't done it for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Plus, my shunt's not been great for the last couple of weeks either. So,
Emergencies.
yeah, that too.
Long story short, life sucks.
Yes! Can confirm. Oh my god. Hold on. How long has it been since the last AstoundCast?
Let me double check. Hold on. Let me double
Because
check.
I don't think I've actually been able to give a positive health update that I've been able to give.
Let me just open the thing and
Okay.
find it quickly.
Okay.
Because when we started on YouTube, it was like a couple of times after like the third Soundcast I started this thing that I
Hmm.
that's the amount of progress I've made this entire time.
But if it's been as long as I think it has, I have got some good news.
Oh, it still has the old logo on the Downcast thing from when
Yeah. I forgot I needed to update them again.
yeah, when Zach not when Zach made them.
That's a job I can do over the next few weeks.
Yeah, it was Frost that made
Yeah.
the
Yeah. I,
9900 curse your internet. His name. And that was 3 weeks ago.
what was the date of it?
Oh, I'm gonna have to look through all the upload links.
Wait, if you click the description, it should tell you on the top line.
It says 3 weeks ago during in the description. Let me try the
Oh.
thing.
Ah.
Because it won't give me just looking at the. Hold on. There we go. No, it won't give me dates.
Ah. Well.
Give me a moment. I will figure this out.
Mhm.
Just that would be like stats for nerds, I think. Without. Nope. Stats for nerds don't help. Nope. Turn off the stats for nerds. Thank you.
We'll figure this out soon, guys. Trust me.
Don't worry, we're just in it. We're just really bad at this. But if we're working out, if it says 3 weeks ago from here, so it'll either be the 22nd or the 15th.
Oh yeah, then I've definitely already given my good news update on my health with the prescription and nerve blockers. I've definitely already mentioned that then.
Yeah, so it's at least being around then. And it wouldn't
Yeah.
have been the 15th because I had to cancel that one due to a thing. So it would have been the 22nd.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
There we go.
Whew. Anyway. Yeah, so that's basically it for this week's motorsports section, because even though that was a lot more than I expected, that is all there is. Now then, entertainment section. I've roughly figured out how I'm going to be able to talk about everything.
Oh, right.
So I'll just go over this little schedule-ish now. So this coming week, I'll be talking about, well, basically, I'm going to be going from the most recent things to the least recent. So I'm going to be starting off tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this. I'm going to be talking about Loki Season 2. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about Welcome to Wrexham Season 2. Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Thursday, I'm going to be talking about Ahsoka. Friday will be the pre-race roundup for Las Vegas. Saturday, I'll be talking about Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2. And then Monday next week, I'm going to be talking about the final 2 episodes of Secret Invasion. And then Tuesday next week, I'm going to be doing the video for D&D Honor Among Thieves. And then Wednesday of next week, I'm going to be talking about the trailer for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And then Thursday of next week, we're going to be talking about the trailer for Marvel's Echo. Whew!
I can't believe you have a schedule for this now.
Yeah, I can't lie. I was just looking at my calendar literally last night trying to plot it all out.
Wow.
So, yeah, I've got a pretty much schedule sorted out for this. And also, should we make the announcement yet, or do we want to leave it another week or so?
No announcement. No.
Okay. Just know there is something coming, but I can't say it yet.
You are horrible at keeping secrets.
Yep. Well, it depends on if I remember or not.
You remember
Like-
this? Boy, you're terrible at keeping secrets.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I'm either terrible at keeping secrets or brilliant, because I either A, accidentally say it, or B, I forget what the secret was to begin with.
Yeah.
But just know there is something coming in a couple of weeks.
Well, see, you don't realize it's a secret until too late, and then you forget it.
Very third option, yeah. But yeah, that's my kind of plan for the catch up on all the shows and films that I've missed over the last few months. But unfortunately, I still can't talk about Transformers: Rise of the Beasts due to the fact that it still isn't out in the UK.
No. Oh, that's not.
How? It's been on Paramount Plus in the US since the beginning of September.
Get a VPN.
I've tried. Paramount Plus has got a VPN blocker.
Get a VPN blocker.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to work around this.
Go to America.
I mean, I'll figure it out, but yeah, that is slightly annoying because it's been almost 6 months since this film's come out and I still haven't seen it.
You will get there eventually.
Eventually, yeah. So yeah, that's the plan for the next near enough 2 weeks of content. Oh, just want to quickly bring this up because it's been a while again. Pokemon have announced the release date of the second half of the DLC for Scarlet and Violet, the Indigo Disc, and that is the 14th of December.
One day before I end my uni for the first term.
Hell yeah!
Which means it is lesson and download Pokemon, and then I've got a lesson the next day, and then I'm free.
Hell yes. And then
I bring Pokemon into class and then argue the fact that, hey, yeah, this is why this is a good game.
Fair.
I have to be persuasive.
And then I'll only be a couple of weeks, and then I'll be downloading the game.
Yeah, and then I can give you the Charmander you wanted.
Yes. Because, again, I had a look just after I decided I was going to get Pokemon, and I found that Charmander was really hard to find.
Yeah, because it was given out for, like, a raid event, and then I don't think they do the event anymore. Like, I missed out on the Mewtwo event and a couple of other
Oh, no.
But I managed to get a Charmander because people kept breeding them, and a Greninja as well.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, I just love how Charmander was ridiculously hard to find, and then in the second half of this DLC, they're just giving us Bulbasaur and Squirtle on a silver platter.
Yes, which means that you can get your own.
Hell yes! And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing very quickly.
But no, I'm gonna, once I have a bit of time where my head's not spinning from work, the Charmander, I'm gonna like breed you one that's at least semi-decent, or either semi-decent or it will fit your personality pretty well.
That would be perfect. Thank you. And what would you say would fit my personality pretty well?
Let me get the natures up. Hold on.
Okay.
As you know, Pokemon have different natures, and different natures will determine how the Pokemon will be raised in the end. So it's a case, for example, like a hardy nature, will like increase like attack or something, or like a hasty nature will hardy nature like cancels itself out, but like a hasty nature will increase speed but decrease defense, sort of thing.
Okay.
So, what would I give you? Because the entire list of natures, if I am looking at my resources correctly, so there is hardy, lonely, brave, adamant, naughty, bold, docile, relaxed, impish, lax. So relaxed and lax are two separate things. Timid, hasty, serious, jolly, naive, modest, mild, quiet, bashful, rash, calm, gentle, sassy, careful, and quirky.
Damn, that is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it would impact your Charizard negatively, but you'd be a jolly nature if you were a Pokemon.
Oh, definitely.
With jolly nature, increases speed but decreases special attack.
Okay.
There's none that like increase HP, which is a fun one to think about because they all tend to focus on attack, defense, speed, special attack, special defense. But
okay.
HP. But probably, if you were going to be a Pokemon, you'd probably be like a defensive one anyway. So
yeah.
If you're going for a nature that would suit you as a Pokemon, like your personality would be jolly, but your nature in Pokemon, if you were to do like that, would be relaxed.
Okay.
Which is increased defense but decreased speed.
Okay.
I must admit, you ain't the speediest, I'm afraid.
No, I'm not.
No, so that's my reasoning for you.
That's fair. Yeah. Any help would be greatly appreciated because I really do want a Charmander.
I've already got you one.
Yeah, so that's coming out in just over a month now. Oh my god, it's just over a month.
Yeah, which means I can finally complete all the Pokedexes super easily, give or take you catching stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to discuss something with you. That was a film announced a couple of days ago. I want to hear your thoughts.
Go for it.
Well, I don't know if it's official, but if not, it's definitely being rumored. Live action Zelda.
See, now, this is where you'll think of, oh, hey, they made a film about Mario came in. It's like, oh, yeah, the next one they'll make will probably be Zelda. I was like, no, they probably wouldn't do that. Please, no.
Yeah.
Please, no, because I don't want your prediction to come right.
Okay, so how would you feel about a live action Zelda film should it be true?
Let me put it this way. Have you seen how people simp over the current Ganondorf?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but live action, where people can finally have like an actual person in that role.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, no, no, no.
And let's not forget that Link is canonically hot, as admitted by the CEO of Nintendo of America.
Yeah.
Film is going to be one entire simp fest for anyone straight, gay, lesbian, bi, pan. Even the aces will have something to look forward to.
Like anywhere on the spectrum. Oh, no.
This is a film that is going to be needing to go to a higher standard, considering every main character in it is either simpable or old enough to be simped for.
Yep.
So while it's a good thing in one sense, they have very high standards to go up to.
Yeah, that is very true.
Out with the less pretty versions of Ganondorf, I don't think will fly unless they can very much sell it.
Yeah. Oh, this could be interesting. Huh.
You have that perspective, did you?
No, no, no. I did not.
No, fangirls and fanboys and fan people in general,
Yeah.
they have taste, and
Yeah.
it might be like the Sonic film again, where they need one simp on the team in order to make it great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had not considered this at all.
Yeah, the simp. Yeah, you don't consider it until after you're in that position where the simpability of characters needs to be considered. Because with Mario and
Yeah.
Luigi, you didn't really need to consider that. They are the plumbers have like their own unique sort of thing. When you get to something that is more human, for example, Link,
Yeah.
you have an issue of trying to get the pretty boy into a situation where it's realistic.
Yeah. But I've got to be honest. I am looking forward to it because, well, Nintendo definitely hits a good note with the Mario movie. So I
Yeah.
do want to see what they do with other franchises like Zelda.
Oh no, I'm excited to see it. I'm just ready to see the discourse between everybody.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you just need to think of the gold, just all of that, because there are so many pretty characters, and they need to make sure that they can convey the pretty characters.
True. Um. Anyway, is there anything else you want to talk about this week?
Uh, Not really. The only mild thing that's happened in the past couple of minutes has mainly been our D&D group trying to get stuff sorted, and everyone realizing they can't.
Oh,
Discord,
oop.
our group.
I'll have a look. I'll have a look when we've wrapped up here.
our DM just messaged being like, "Hey, if anyone free to do it next weekend?" And a whole flood message being like, "I can't do Sunday. I can't do Saturday. I'm not feeling well," from a third person.
So in other words, no.
In other words, no, we're not doing D&D. But it was a nice try.
Yeah, we tried, but didn't work. Ah well.
Yeah.
Better luck next time, I suppose.
Better luck next time.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about today.
So today's Remembrance Sunday, remember?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, of course. Massive day to remember all of the people who died and served to protect us and protect our futures. So, massive amounts of respect to all of those people who served and lost their lives, or even if they didn't lose their life while serving in any capacity. Like, massive respect to every single person who has done so throughout history. Thank you.
Did you get a poppy?
I actually do already have one.
Oh, nice.
Well, yeah. Yeah, so I do actually have one already, and I've had one. It's actually my grand's old. It's actually my grand's old pin one.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got that already. So is there anything else you want to talk about today?
No, I can't really think of much.
Honestly, neither can I. So do you want to wrap this one up a little bit early?
Yeah, we can put a nice little bow on it.
All right. Thank you all for joining us today on this 101st episode of the AstoundCast. I will never get used to this being in triple digits.
It's fine.
So, please, give this stream a like, as well as subscribing to mine and Roxanne's channels. Her link's down in the description, which you'll get to by clicking the video title, and below that's going to be my sub button. Please click both of our sub buttons and the bell icons to get our notifications. Comment as well, because why not? And let us know what you thought of the stream, and if you think there was anything that we missed from this week. 102, please follow me on my social medias. That'll be in the link tree in the description with Roxanne's YouTube and website. And lastly, of course, please do share the stream with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you all tomorrow with my thoughts on season 2 of Loki, unless we have a fun fact.
Yes. So, when you think of bears, you think of them eating a lot of meat, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, only polar bears are the carnivores out of all the bear species. Every other bear is an omnivore.
No way.
Yeah, the only polar bears are the ones that will just eat meat. Every other one will eat plants as well.
Huh. Well, to be fair, I can't imagine there's much vegetation where polar bears live.
Yeah, true. And black bears aren't always black.
Oh.
They come in like a rainbow color from like black to reddish brown to like light browns to white. So they can also get confused with polar bears at times.
Huh. And on that, frankly, mind-blowing fact, as I said, I will see you all tomorrow with my season 2 thoughts of Loki, and hopefully next weekend with another AstoundCast, but definitely, not the Las Vegas race commentary, because as I've said, way too early.
Too early,
Nuh-uh.
do that.
So yeah, I will hopefully see you all next weekend with another AstoundCast. Bye, everyone!